Wow, Proverbs of the World. A book is like a garden carried in the pocket. A forest is in an acorn. Cat has 9 lives. A courtyard common to all will be swept by none. A bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. A friend in need is a friend indeed. A country can be judged by the quality of his proverbs. A drink precedes the story, a good denial, the best point in law. A friend eye is a good humor, a closed mouth catches no flies, a broken hand works but not a broken heart, a drowning man is not troubled by rain. A dog is wiser than a woman, it does not bark at its master. A good husband is healthy and absent. A healthy man is a successful man. A hedge between keeps friendship green. A hen is heavy, vain, carried far. A hound's food is in its legs. A house without a dog or a cat in the house is of a scoundrel. A hungry man is an angry man. A lie travels round the world while truth is putting her boots on. A little too late is much too late. Alone, though old is not gift, a lock is better than suspicion. A man does not seek his luck, luck seeks his man. A man is not honest simply because he never had a chance to steal. A man should live if only to satisfy his curiosity. A monkey never thinks of a baby's ugly. A new broom sweeps clean, but an old brush knows all its corner. A penny saved is a penny gained. A poor beauty find more loves than husbands. A prudent man does not make the goat his gardener. A rumor goes in the ear and out many mouths. A silent mouth is melodious. A single Russian hair outweighs half a pole. A society grows great when old men plant trees whose shade they know they shall never sit in. A soft answer turns away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger. A son is a son till he gets him a wife, but a daughter is a daughter the rest of your life. A spoon does not know the taste of a soup, nor a learned fool the test of wisdom. A table is not blessed if it has faith, no scholars. A teacher is better than two books. A thief believes everybody steals. The thorn defends the rose, harming only those who would steal the blossom. A throne is only a bench covered with velvet. A thread not properly learned in an enemy is an enemy. A trade not properly learned is an enemy. A tree falls the way it leans. The white Christmas fills the churchyard. A wise man hears one word and understands two. A wise man makes his own decisions. An ignorant man follows the public opinion. A woman has the form of an angel, the heart of a serpent, and the mind of an ass. A worthy woman is far more precious than jewels. Strength and dignity are her clothing. Act in the valley so that you need not fear those who stand on the hill. Advice should be viewed from behind. Advice vain. Most needed is least heeded. After shaking hands with the Greek, count your fingers. Age is honorable, youth is noble. All things grow with time except grief. An angry man is not fit to pray. An apple a day keeps a doctor away, and as in Germany is a professor in Rome. An enemy will agree, but a friend will argue. An Englishman will burn his bed to catch a plea. An ox remains an ox even if driven into winter. An old rat is a brave rat. Anger can be an expensive luxury. Anger is as a stone cast into the warp's net. Anger without power is folly. Appetite comes with eating. As a dog returns to his vomit, so a fool returns to his folly. As a man thinks in his heart, so is he. As cold water to a thirsty soul, so is good news from a far country. As mad as a March hare, as proud as a peacock, as sluttish and sluttery as the Irish woman bred in France, as the best wine makes the sharpest vinegar, the truest lover may turn his into the worst enemy. As the big hound is, so will the pup be. As we live, so we learn. But neither intricate nor distinct with the clergy. Better give a penny than lend 20. Better no doctor at all than 3. Better the devil you know than the devil you don't know. Better to light a candle than to curse the darkness. Better wear out than shoes than sheets. Better the devil and the deep blue sea, beware of the silent talk, and still water, black as hell, strong as death, sweet as love. Blood is thicker than the water. Both your friend and your enemy think you will never die. Wow. Call on God, but row away from the rocks. Children are poor man's riches. Children should be seen, not heard. Children suck the mother when you are young and father when they are old. Choose neither a woman nor linen by candlelight. Climb mountains to see lowlands. Clocks to clocks in 3 generations. Clouds gather before the storm cometh. A sin twice, and it will soon seem a crime. Curiosity killed the cat. Darkness runs at the foot of the lighthouse. Deal with the faults of others as gently as your own. Death always comes too early, too late. Death closes all doors. Death pays all debts. Did dogs feed here, or did Lithuanians have a feast here? Do not be born again or handsome, but be born lucky. Do not blame God for having created the tiger, but thank Him for not having given it wings. Do not look where you fell, but where you slept. Do not rejoice at my grave, for when mine is old, yours will be new. Do not speak the secrets in the field that is full of little hills. Do not talk Arabic in the house of the moon. Do not use a hatchet to remove a fly from the friend's forehead. Don't imitate the fly before you have wings. Don't look at gift horse in the mouth. Eat well, drink in moderation, and sleep sound. In these three, good health abound. Epigrams succeed while epics fall. Even a fool, when he held his peace, is counted wise, and he that shut his lips is esteemed a man of understanding. Even a small thorn causes festering. Every ass loves to hear himself pray. Every cloud has a silver lining. Every dog has its day. Every guardian may have some ways. Everyone is needed out of the same dough, but not baking the same oven. Everyone loves justice. In the affairs of another, everyone wishes a falling faints. Evil enters like the needle and spreads like an oak tree. Evil is sooner believed than good. Experience is a comb where nature gives to men when they are bald. Eastern proverb famous is a magnifying glass. Feather by feather the goose can be plucked. Fine feather make fine bars. Flattery makes friends, and truth makes enemies. Fortune is a woman. If you neglect her today, you do not expect to regain her tomorrow. Fortune is blind, but not an invisible. Friends are like feathered string. They must not be screwed too tight. Friends are lost by calling often and called seldom. Friend is the morrow. In furrow in the sand, give a man a fish and he will eat for a day. Teach him how to fish and he'll eat forever. Give neither counsel nor salt till you are asked for it. Give the devil his due. Glued on one who digs his grave with his teeth. God could not be everywhere, therefore he made mothers. God made them nuts, but he doesn't crack them. God heals and the physician takes the fee. God helps the rich man, but the poor man big old. God help the rich, and the poor can look after themselves. Going to law is losing a cow for the sake of a cat. Good advice is often annoying, but better advice never. Good as drink is, it ends in thirst. Good luck beats early rising. Gray hair are death's blossoms. Have a horse of your own, and then you may borrow another's. He is not wise, that is not wise for himself. He lied like an eyewitness, Russian insult. He mixes home where the living is best. He that can't endure the bad will not live to see the good. He that is born to be hanged shall never be drowned. He that is rich will not be called a fool. He that lives on hope will die fasting. He that makes haste to be rich shall not be innocent. He that marries for money will earn it. He that plants thorns must never expect to gather roses. He that seeks trouble never misses. He that barren his rod hath his son. Hates his son, spared his rod, hates his son. He that wanna be ruled by the rudder man, be ruled by the rock. He who asks is a fool for 5 minutes, but he who does not ask remains a fool forever. He who cannot agree with his enemies is controlled by them. He who comes with a story to you brings two away from you. He who could foresee affairs 3 days in advance would be rich. 4,000 of years. He who does not know one thing knows another. He who gets a name for early, and he who has hope has everything. He who has once burnt his mouth always blows his soup. He who holds the ladder is as bad as a thief. He who knows nothing doubts nothing. He who lives high must take a long run. He who rides a tiger is afraid to dismount. He who serves his two masters has to lie to one. He who sups with the devil has need of a long spoon. He who would climb the ladder must begin at the bottom. He who would eat and spend must bring his kitchen along. Heaven let your soul, earth will lend a grave. Honesty is the best policy. Hygiene is 2 months of hell. If a man be great, even his dog will wear a proud look. If a man deceives me once, shame on him. If he deceives me twice, shame on me. If all pulled in one direction, the world would heel over. If God lived on earth, people would break his windows. If rich people could hire other people to die for them, the poor would make a wonderful living. If the patient dies, the doctor has killed him. But if he gets well, the sense of saving him. If two men ride a horse, one must ride behind. If you're planning for a year, sow rice. If you're planning for a decade, sow trees. If you're planning for a lifetime, educate people. If you believe everything you read, better not read. If you bow at all, bow low. If you do not sow in the spring, you will not reap in the autumn. If you love him, don't lend him. If you take big paces, you leave big spaces. If you want to be criticized, marry. If you wish to die young, make your physician your heel. If you wish to know the mind of a man, listen to his voice. In a calm sea, every man is a pilot. In America, half an hour is 40 minutes. In baiting a mouse trap, with these, always leave room for the mouse. In love, there is always one who kisses the one who offers it. Instinct is stronger than upbringing. It is bad hen that does not scratch herself. It is a bold mouse that nestles in a cat's ear. It is a long road that has no turning. It is an equal feeling to trust everybody, and to trust nobody. It is an ill wind that blows nobody any good. It is better to be a male for one day than a female for 10. It is better to be born a beggar than a fool. It is better to conceal one's knowledge than to reveal one's ignorance. It is better to exist and turn to the law. It is better to sit down than to stand. It is better to lie down than to sit. But death is the best of all. It is hard to pay for bread that has been eaten. It's not a secret if it is known by 3 people. It is not enough to run. One must start in time. It is not fish until it is on the bank. It is not the horse that draws the cat, but the oats. It is sweet to drink, but bitter to pay for. It is good horse that draws its own cart. It is a quiet pig that eats the meal. It takes time to build castles. Rome was not built in a day. It's not a matter of upper or lower class, but of being up a while and down a while. Keep a green tree in your heart, and perhaps a singing bird will come. Keep a thing for 7 years, and you'll find a use for it. Kill not the goose that lays the golden eggs. Lack of resource has hanged many a person. Last ship as ship, lost control lesser. The lesser man right controls the great man. Lend your money to and lose your friend. Let sleeping dogs lie. Let your heart guide your head in evil matters. Life is a bridge, cross over it, but build no house on it. Life without a friend is death without a witness. Like a fish out of water, saying like a man, like a lame man's legs that hang limp is a proverb in the mouth of a fool. Listen to the sound of the river and you'll get drought. Little witches have big ears. Live with wolves and you learn to howl. Look down. If you will know how high you stand. Love enters a man through his eyes, a woman through his ears. Polished words. Love makes the same time. Time makes love pass. Love makes the time pass. Time makes the love pass. Love your neighbor, but don't pull down the fence. Love, pain, and money cannot be kept secret. They soon betray themselves. Luck has a slender anchorage. Make hay while the sun shines. Mankind fears an evil man, but heaven does not. Many a friend was not through a joke, but none was ever gained so. May as well be hanged for a sheep as a lamb. May the curse of Mary Malone and her 9 blind illegitimate children chase you so far over the hills of damnation that the Lord Himself can't find you with a telescope. Beautiful. A man may well bring a horse to the water, but he cannot make him drink. A hard beginning make the good ending. A penny for your thoughts, all is well that ends well. Beggars shouldn't be choosers, better late than never better. Butter would not melt in the mouth. When the iron is hot, strike half a loaf is better than none. Hester makes west is all in an ill wind that blows no wind. Look before you leap, love me, dog. Man is a march, many hands make light work. More things belong to marriage than 4 bare legs in a bed. No man ought to make to look a given horse in the mouth. Nothing is impossible to a willing heart. One good turn deserves another, one swallow make not a summer. Out of the frying pan into the fire room was not built in a day. The fat is in the fire, the green new boom sweeps clay. The moon is made of green cheese. The more the merrier the tide dareth for no man. 2 heads are better than one. Went in one year out the other when the sun shined, make hay. He whose face gives no light shall never become a star. Think of in the morning, act in the noon, eat in the evening, sleep in the night. A fool sees not the same tree that a wise man sees. War is death's feast. May the grass grow at your door, and the fox build its nest in your hearthstone. May the light fade from your eyes, so you never see what you love. May your own blood rise against you, and the sweetest drink you take to be the bitterest cup of sorrow. May you die without the benefit of the clergy. May there be none to shed the tears at your grave, and may hearthstone and hell be your best bet forever. Traditional curse. May you have a bright future, the chimney sweep said to his son. May you wander over the face of the earth forever, never sleep twice in the same bed, never drink water twice from the same well, and never cross the same river twice a year. Traditional gypsy curse. May you ever wish be granted. Ancient Chinese curse. May your left ear wither and the fall into your right pocket. Traditional Arab curse. Men count up the faults of those who keep them waiting. French proverb. Mere words do not feed the friars. Irish proverb. More grows in the garden than the gardener knows he has sown. Spanish proverb. Nature breaks through the eyes of the cat. Irish proverb. Necessity is the mother of invention. Irish. Necessity knows no law. Necessity never made a good bargain. Need teaches the plant, never cut what can be untied. Never love with all your heart, it only ends in breaking. Never marry for money, you'll borrow it cheaper. Never put off till tomorrow what may be done today. Night is the mother of counsel. No man limps because another is hurt. No rose without a thorn, or a love without a rival. Turkish proverb. No time like the present. Not the cry, but the flight of the wild duck leads the flock to fly and follow. Not wine, men intoxicate themselves. Not wise, men entice themselves. Nothing dries sooner than the tears. Nothing is the burdensome as a secret. One baker at the door is enough. One cannot show a running horse. Dutch proverb. One father is more than 100 schoolmaster. One flower will not make a garland. One generation plants the trees, another makes the shade. One joy, another gets the shade, and one joy scatters 100 griefs. One of these days is none of these days. One should go invited to a friend in a good fortune and uninvited in misfortune. Woman never praises another. Only the wearer knows where the shoe pinches. Patience is better than, but the fruit is sweet. Patience is the poultice for all wounds. Patience is the best medicine. People live in each other's shelter. Pigs might fly, but they are the most unlikely birds. Politics is a rotten egg. If broken, it stings. Poor people seek meat for their stomach, rich men's stomach for their meat. Power lasts 10 years, influence not more than 100. Practice makes perfect. Praise the young, and they will blossom. Pride goes before destruction, and as hot is bread before fall. Procrastination is a thief of time. Public before private, and country before family. Put silk on a goat, and it's still a goat. Quiet people are well able to look after themselves. Rags to riches to rags. Rain beat a leopard skin, but it does not wash off the spots. Rat's desert is a sinking ship. Riches run after the rich, and the poverty runs after the poor. Roasted pigeon will not fly into one's mouth. Sauce for a goose and sauce is sauce for the gander. Seek counsel for him who makes you weep and not of him who makes you laugh. Set a beggar on horseback and he'll outright the devil. Set a thief to catch a thief. Silence was never written down. Since we cannot get what we like, let us like what we can get. Set a beggar at your table and he will soon put your feet on it. Put his feet on it. 6 hours sleep for man, 7 for a woman, and 8 for a fool. Small children give you headache, big children heartache. Some people are masters of money and some it's slaves. Sometimes I go about beating myself. All the time I'm being carried on great wings across the sky. Saying sorrow for a husband is like a pain in the elbow, sharp and short. Speak not of debts unless you mean to pay them. Speak the truth, but leave immediately after. As stars are not seen by sunshine. Stolen waters as wayward bread. Eaten is sacred. In secret is pleasant. Sweet is the wine, but so is the payment. Take heed of enemies reconciled, and of meat twice boiled. Take the thoughts to bed with thee, for the morning is whiter than the evening. Talk of the devil, and he is sure to appear. Tell me who you live with, and I will tell you who you are. Tell the truth and the shame the devil. Beginning of wisdom is to call things by their right names. The best advice is found at the pillow. The best thing about man is this dog. The big thieves hang the little ones. The church is near, but the road is icy. The bar is far away, but I'll walk carefully. The comforter's head never aches. The darkest hour is that before the dawn, the day will come in, the core will have use for her tale. The devil looks after his own. The devil seduced Eve in Italian. Eve misled Adam in Bohemian, and the Lord scolded them both in German. Then the angel drove them from paradise in Hungarian. Traditional Polish saying. The gem cannot be polished without friction, nor man perfected without trials. The girl who can't dance says the band can't play. The grass is always greener on the other side of the fence. The great thieves lead up to the little thieves. The whole is more honorable than the patch. The hours of folly are measured by the clock, but the wisdom no clock can measure. The innkeeper loves the drunkard, but not for the son-in-law. The jaybird don't rob his own nest. The light heart lives long. The man who does not love a horse cannot love a woman. The man who strikes first admits that his idea has given out. The man with the boots does not mind where he places his foot. The mills of God grind slowly, but they grind finely. The morning is wiser than the evening. The nail that sticks up will be hammered down. The night rises, but the day is soaked. The night rinses, but the day is soaked. The only good thing that comes from the west is the sun. From the east is the sun. The palest ink is better than the best memory. The pine stays green in winter. Wisdom is hardship. The raggy colt often made a powerful horse. The riverside also has a riverside. The road to a friend's house is never long. The Russian was the way, yet he asked for direction. The sea has an enormous thirst and an insatiable appetite. The silent dog is the first to bite. The smallest thing outlives the human being. The Spaniard is a bad servant, but a worse master. The sun will set without thy assistance. The surest way to remain poor is to be an honest man. The tallest blade of grass is the first to be cut, but the set. The tongue is more to be feared than the sword. The tongue, like a sharp knife, kills without drawing blood. The truth is not always what we want to hear. The turtle lays thousands of eggs without another knowing, but when the hen lays an egg, the whole country is informed. The wearer best knows where the shoe pinches. The well-fed does not understand the lean. The whisper of a pretty girl can be heard further than the roar of a lion. The wise adopt themselves to circumstances as water molds itself to earth. The pitcher, the wise man, sits in the hole of the carpet, and the wolf loses his state but not his inclination. The work presses the man. The work presses the man. The world is the rose smell. Pass it on to your friends. The world will not make the rest horse of donkey. There are many paths to the top of the mountain, but the view is always the same. There is more old drunkards than old doctors. There are only two types of Chinese, those who give bribes and those who take them. There are only two great pleasures in gambling, that of winning and that of losing. There is but one mother-in-law, and she is dead. There is honor even among thieves. He is the hope from the sea, but none from the grave. There is no fireside like their own fireside. There is no luck except that there is discipline. There is no need like a lack of a friend. There is no strength without unity. There is plenty of sound in an empty barrel. There is many a slip betwixt the cup and the lip. They who laugh most are least valued. Think with the wise, but walk with the vulgar. Thirst is the end of the drinking, and sorrow is the end of the drunkenness. Though a tree grows over it so high, the failing leaves return to the ground. 3 diseases without shame, love, itch, and thirst. 3 Spaniards, 4 opinions. Wow. Three diseases without shame, love, itch, and thirst. 3 Spaniards, 4 opinions. Time is the great storyteller. Time tried truth. To be rich is not everything, but it certainly helps. To deny all is to confess all. To live is to die a battle. To lend is to buy a quarrel. To talk without talking is to shoot without aiming. To teach is to learn. To the ass or so their own offspring appears the fairest in creation. To whom you tell your secrets, to him you resign your liberty. Today is the first day of the rest of your life. North American saying, tomorrow is a new day. Tomorrow is often the busiest day of the week. Tomorrow never comes. Trouble rides a fast horse. True nobility is in being superior to your previous self. Trust in Allah Batai, your cabin. Truth and oil always come to the surface. Wow. Truth and oil always comes to the surface. Truth has a handsome countenance but worn garments. Truth is the safest light. Truth is hands. The taste of the time lies are soon exposed. Truth will be out. To shorten the road. 2/3 of the work is a semblance. Unless you enter the tiger's den, you cannot take the cups. Visit your aunt, but not every day of the year. Walk straight, my son, as an old crab said to the young crab.